Hey friends, in this video we are going to be practicing making, confirming, and revising our predictions. And so we are going to be listening to an informational text, and an informational text is a story that has true information or facts about a specific topic. And this informational text is called The Family Pet. And so we're going to be reading about what makes these families choose to take care of different kinds of pets. So good readers make predictions as they read, which means they try to figure out what will happen next. Good readers will use information from words and pictures, as well as our own background knowledge or stuff that we know from our own lives to help make a very good prediction or an educated guess as to what we think will happen next. So let's get started with our story. Imagine adding someone new to your family. What a change that would be. How would you adjust? What would you think about? Choosing a family pet takes careful thought. This animal will share your home for many years. Your pet should fit your lifestyle, which is how you live from day to day. Any kind of pet, from a fish to a cat, will depend or trust on you for all of its basic needs. Every member of your family must agree to take this responsibility. You are about to meet 3 families. Each family chose a different pet and took on a different amount of responsibility. And each family had its own reasons for choosing the right pet for their lifestyle. So before we even get to that, something that you are supposed to do is called responsibility. So a responsibility is something that you're supposed to do. So if you get a pet, it is a responsibility. You are supposed to help take care of that pet. So now I want to make a prediction about what will happen next. Using the words from the story, we can see in these first 2 sentences, it says, you are about to meet 3 families. Each family chose a different pet and took on a different amount of responsibility. So I wonder, what pets will we talk about in this story? What pets will we read about in this informational text? Well, I'm going to use my background knowledge and I'm going to think about all of the pets that I know of. What are some animals that people keep as pets? Pause this video and write a quick list down of some animals that people have as pets. Alrighty, now that you have your list, let's read ahead. Let's read on and see which animals are actually in this informational text. I personally am going to make a prediction. My prediction is that the first animal that we are going to read about is going to be a dog. I know that, and I think that the first animal we're going to read about is a dog, because I know that some people have dogs as pets, and I know a lot of people that have dogs as pets. And so that I'm using my background knowledge to make a guess about what will the first animal be. Let's see if my prediction is correct. Is that a dog? No, it is not a dog at all. My prediction was incorrect, and that is okay. It is okay that my prediction was wrong. But now I'm excited because this animal is a fish, and I'm really curious as to why this family chose a fish. What do you think? Pause this video and give a guess, make a prediction as to why a family would choose to take care of fish. We can make a prediction based off of our own background knowledge as to how we take care of fish. Well, I know that fish live in water, and I know that if they're going to be in a fishbowl, because clearly I can look at the picture and see that the fish are in a fishbowl, that I'm going to have to put food inside of that fishbowl. But I don't think I'm going to have to like take the fish out for a walk, because fish can't breathe air. So I don't know, maybe I predict that this family chose to take care of a fish because maybe they don't have a lot of time to take care of a pet that has a lot of responsibility, a lot of stuff that you have to do. Who knows? Let's read, and I will confirm or revise my prediction. Let's see. Now it is time to meet the Park family. Let's learn about their lifestyle. This will help you understand this family's choice of a pet. So this is already going to give us an idea about whether or not my prediction is correct or not. The Parks live in a small apartment in a city. They like their home, but they sometimes wish they had more space. The Park children want to get an indoor pet because they do not have any outdoor space, such as a yard or a porch. Mr. and Mrs. Park asked their children to think about the cost of a pet too. They do not want to spend a lot of money on food, equipment, and care from a veterinarian or pet doctor. The Park parents are also very busy. They are willing to get a pet, but the children will have to take care of it by themselves. The Park family decided to get some fish. They bought 3 goldfish and a small tank. The worker at the pet store taught the children how to keep the tank clean and how to feed the fish. Caring for 3 goldfish takes up very little time and space. Compared to many other pets, fish require little responsibility. So, based on the words that we have just read, particularly this sentence, caring for 3 goldfish takes up very little time and space. If I think about my prediction, I predicted that the reason that this family chose fish as a pet was because they may not have had a lot of time to take care of all the responsibilities of other pets. And having read this, I can confirm that my prediction was correct. Oh yeah. Now I wonder, what will the next pet be? What pet do you think we will read about next? Let's find out. Make your predictions now. This next pet is A bird. Were your predictions correct? Did you predict that there would be a pet bird? Let's read and find out why this family chose a pet bird. Let's meet our second family, the Dasons. This family lives in a house outside of a city. The Dasons are active people who like to be outside, but they are not home very much. This means that they are too busy to walk a dog or play with a cat every day. Still, the family would like an entertaining pet to enjoy. After visiting a bird breeder, the Dason family brought one male parakeet. Back at home, Mr. and Mrs. Dason helped their children as they learn to care for their bird. Each day, they must change the parakeet's food and water and tidy up the cage. Then, every 2 weeks, the cage and bird toys need a thorough cleaning. The children take turns doing this task. It's often time to play. Parakeets are fun pets that like to be held. The family has learned that they can train or teach their parakeet to talk. The key is to speak clearly and slowly and to repeat the same words. If the Dasons are patient, their bird will start to mimic or copy the words they say. The Dasons, our bird family, chose a medium responsibility pet. Now, wait a second here. I noticed something about this informational text. In the first pet that we looked at, was a fish, and on the words for that page we saw that fish require little responsibility. So fish are a low responsibility pets. You don't have to do a lot to take care of it, right? But then we just read about a parakeet and how you have to, change his cage, change his water, change the food, making sure that you're caring for it every day. And we read that the words on the page told us that a bird is a medium responsibility pet. So first we read about a low responsibility pet where you didn't have to do a lot to take care of it. Then we read about a medium responsibility pet where we had to do some stuff to take care of it, but not a bunch of things. What type of pet do we think we're going to read about next? I predict that since based on the fact that we read about a low responsibility pet, and then we read about a medium responsibility pet, I think next we're going to read about a high responsibility pet. I think we're going to read about a pet that requires a lot of care and things that you're supposed to do. Now, let's use our background knowledge. Pause this video and think about it for a couple seconds. What pets require a lot of care? What pets do you need to do a lot to take care of? I know growing up, Mr. Garte used to have a dog, and I used to have to do a whole lot to take care of my pet dog. Her name was Melina. I had to give Melina food, give her water, change her bowl. I had to do so many things. So based on my background knowledge of knowing what it took to take care of a dog, I think that our next animal that we are going to read about is going to be about a pet dog. Let's see. Let's see if my prediction is correct. It is! Oh yeah, I was able to confirm my prediction. It is going to be about a dog. Now let's read about why this family chose a dog to take care of. Our last family, the Johnsons, spent a long time planning for a pet. Each family member promised to give plenty of time and attention to an animal. The Johnsons live in the country. They have a lot of space inside and outside, and they love to spend time outdoors. Mr. and Mrs. Johnson also have enough money to spend on food, toys, pets, equipment, and veterinarian visits. The Johnsons want a social animal. That means they want an animal that likes to be around people. They like to cuddle and play with a pet. They would also like to spend time training an animal. The Johnson family decided to adopt a golden retriever puppy. Before they picked up their dog, they set up a weekly schedule for feeding, cleaning, and walking the dog. Then they chose a name, Logan. The Johnsons were ready for a high responsibility pet. I think I've just confirmed that we are reading about a high responsibility pet. So both of my predictions were correct. That's super awesome. Still, they did not realize just how much time and love Logan would need. Mrs. Johnson and her daughter stayed up all night with the puppy for the first week. Everyone finally settled into a routine. Like the Parks and the Dasons, the Johnson family knew that they made the right choice for their family pet. Now, one thing I would like my friends to think about and discuss is, what would you choose for a family pet? Or if you have a family pet, what responsibilities do you have for that pet? Talk amongst your class.